Most people are not lazy. They are not unmotivated. They are not bad with money. They are mentally exhausted, not because they work too hard, but because their brain never gets to rest. From the moment they wake up, their mind starts running calculations. If I spend this now, will I regret it later? If something goes wrong, do I have a backup? If I quit this job, how long can I survive? This constant background noise is called financial cognitive load. And here's the dangerous part. People think this is just how adult life feels. They normalize anxiety. They normalize fear. They normalize playing defense instead of offense. Example, imagine two people, same age, same skills, same job. Person A earns $6,000 a month. No passive income, no safety net. Person B earns $4,500 a month, but has $1,000 to $1,100 coming in every single month, passively. Who feels richer? Almost always person B, because peace doesn't come from how big your paycheck is. It comes from income certainty, knowing that money shows up, even if you get sick, even if work slows down, even if life hits you. This video isn't about millions. It's not about luxury cars or mansions. It's about the smallest amount of certainty that quietly changes everything. Just $1,000 per month. That does not depend on your time. Scarcity does not just affect your wallet. It affects your biology. When money feels uncertain, your brain releases stress hormones like cortisol. Cortisol is useful in emergencies, but living with it every day, that slowly damages memory, focus, patience, emotional control. This is why people under financial stress snap easily, procrastinate, avoid important decisions. Under scarcity, the brain enters tunnel vision. Your attention collapses into short-term survival. You become excellent at solving today's problems and terrible at solving life-level problems. Example, credit card loop. Someone knows credit card interest is bad. They still use it. Not because they are stupid, because scarcity removes mental bandwidth. $1,000 per month passive income slowly reverses this. It widens mental space. Space creates intelligence. A higher salary feels like progress, but emotionally, it often increases fear. Why? Because higher salary usually means higher expenses, higher expectations, higher dependence. Salary safety is conditional. It exists only as long as you are healthy, you are liked, the company performs. Passive income is unconditional, even small amounts. Example, the promotion trap. Someone gets promoted, new car, bigger rent. 6 months later, stress is worse than before. Income went up, freedom didn't. This number is not magic. It is biological. $1,000 per month roughly covers survival costs for many people. Food, utilities, basic shelter, below survival coverage. Brain asks, how do I avoid pain? Above survival coverage. Brain asks, how do I improve? That question shift changes everything. Example, business risk. Someone without buffer avoids starting a side project. Someone with buffer experiments. One is protecting survival. The other is building upside. The first feeling people experience is relief. Relief feels like success, but relief is temporary. When income increases, identity expands. People feel they deserve more comfort. This is natural, but premature. Example, streaming subscriptions, individually small, collectively destructive. Money leaks kill momentum. Reinvestment is delayed gratification with purpose. Each reinvested dollar buys future freedom. As income compounds, confidence compounds. People take better risks. Better risks lead to better outcomes. Example, multi-income individual. After 10 years, dividends, digital products, rentals. None were rushed. You stop rushing. You stop begging. You stop settling. Because fear is gone. And fear is what keeps people average. $1,000 per month passive income will not impress people, but it will protect you. It turns chaos into choice. And choice is the real definition of wealth. Protect the buffer. Grow the system. Everything else follows. There's something people only realize years after crossing $1,000 per month in passive income. At first, they think the benefit was money. Later, they realize it was time distortion. When you are financially anxious, time feels fast and hostile. Months disappear. Years blur together. Life feels like it's happening to you. But when survival is covered, time slows down. You think in seasons. You plan in years. You design instead of react. This is why people with buffers learn skills faster, build better businesses, make fewer emotional mistakes, not because they are smarter, because their brain is no longer rushing. Example, long-term thinker versus short-term thinker. A person without a buffer asks, "How do I make money this month?" A person with a buffer asks, "What will matter in 5 years?" Same question, different time horizon. Time horizon determines destiny. Another thing changes. You stop talking about money. You stop proving. You stop comparing. Because when you know you're safe, you don't need validation. This quiet confidence is often mistaken for luck. But it's built slowly, deliberately. $1,000 per month is not financial freedom. It's psychological freedom. And psychological freedom always comes before financial freedom. People who never reach this stage keep chasing motivation. People who reach it build systems. If you remember only one thing from this entire video, remember this. Money does not change who you are. Stability reveals who you could have been all along. That is the real power of crossing this line. Not the income, the clarity, the calm, and the ability to finally play the long game. There are advantages of crossing the stage that never show up on spreadsheets. No one warns you about them. No one teaches them. But they quietly change how your life unfolds. Before stability, failure feels fatal. One wrong move feels like it could ruin everything. So people avoid trying. After stability, failure becomes information. You don't ask, "What if this goes wrong?" You ask, "What will this teach me?" This is why people with buffers fail more often and succeed more often. They can afford to learn. Example, starting something new. A person without a buffer needs every attempt to work. A person with a buffer can afford 10 bad attempts. Guess who eventually wins? Chronic financial stress drains energy in ways people underestimate. You may sleep 8 hours and still feel tired because stress doesn't let the nervous system recover. When the buffer exists, sleep improves, focus improves, motivation returns naturally, not forced, not hyped, natural. Energy is not motivation. Energy is safety. Most bad financial decisions are emotional. Revenge spending, impulse investing, fear selling. Stability slows emotion. You wait, you observe, you decide. Example, market volatility. When markets fall, anxious people panic. Stable people prepare. Same market, different outcomes. You stop tolerating disrespect, chaos, constant urgency. Not because you became arrogant, but because you're no longer desperate. Desperation lowers standards. Stability raises them. Eventually, your thinking shifts again from "how much can I earn?" to "what am I building?" This is where people create systems, build assets, teach others, not because they have to, but because they finally can. Most people never needed more motivation. They needed less fear. $1,000 per month in passive income doesn't solve life. It removes the constant background threat. And once the threat is gone, the real you finally shows up. Calm, clear, capable. That is the version of you this entire journey was meant to unlock.